of the high school volleyball season in Minnesota. And tonight on CCX, a top 10 matchup. Four-time defending state champion Wayzata at home to take on Rogers. From Wayzata High School, John Jacobson along with Andy Gugesberg. And Andy, you and I watched some great volleyball in the summer during the Olympics, and now we get to high school volleyball, which is what we make our money on. And how much fun is this? What a great opening night we have.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful match. Four-time defending champ, Wayzata. It's theirs until it gets taken from them, versus Rogers, and one of the most dynamic high school volleyball players I've seen in a very long time. We'll talk about her in just a minute.
Rogers 30-4 last season, lost in the quarterfinals of the state tournament. Wayzata 34-0, not only unbeaten last year. I had to look back again and I was like, is that right? They only lost 4 sets all season.
Yeah, two to Champlain Park. 4 all year. That team was unstoppable. In talking with a few of the parents as I was walking in today, they say the roster might look a little different tonight, though.
Yeah, 2 of the Swensons graduate. They lost a great senior class, but they're not bereft of talent this year. There's some really good players still out here for Wayzata.
Yeah, they don't retool. They just regrow, it seems like, at Wayzata. It wasn't that long ago that Scott Jackson, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, had a down year, and then they went and won 4 in a row. So they'll be ready by the time they need to be in October. This should be a fun one for them to start, though.
Let's look at our key players, and Andy talking about one of the most dynamic hitters in the state. Senior going to St. Thomas next year. It seems like she's been around the Royals program forever, and that's Anya Schmidt.
Yeah, Anya, just a special, special kid. Not only one of the most dynamic attackers, she has the best jump spin serve I've seen since Mo Hayden's circle, like 2014. She's about all the right things. And what I really loved about watching her last year in the state tournament is she brought those underclassmen up with her. She's ready to lead from a senior spot of leadership. Really excited to see what her and the Royals have for us tonight.
4 starters back for Rogers overall. For Wayzata, as I mentioned, they lost a big senior class last season, but they do bring back a couple of very talented players. Katie Kelsenberg, we're going to talk about now. Strictly middle last year, so middle and outside hitter this year.
Yeah, Scott knows that in order to get things done at the high school level, you've got to take your best players and get them the ball most of the time. Last year had a senior setter that some would say has been very talented and could get Katie the ball anywhere. This year with some new talent, look for Katie to take a lot more swings on the outside. They can get her more out of system balls. She's going to take a hefty amount of swings for this team, and even though she's a middle, one of the more dynamic back row players we'll see tonight as well.
Only first match of the year, but you still have to be excited. What do these coaches want to see out of their girls tonight?
Well, I think if you're Rogers and you're Bo Schmidt, you want to make sure that the game is respected and that all of your pieces are adding to the value of what your team brings. If you're Scott Jackson, you want to see what happens now that the lights are on. You want to see now that the scrimmages are over, now that we're about actually keeping score. This one gets reported to the hub tomorrow. We'll see who shows up, who rises to the occasion, and who needs a little bit more time before they're ready for the varsity court.
Should be a terrific match. It is Rogers Wayzata Volleyball live on CCX next.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
It is Parents' Night, opening night of the season for Minnesota Volleyball. Great one here tonight. Wayzata taking on Rogers on CCX. Andy, great to be with you again this season. We capped off last year, another state championship for this Wayzata team. And it'll be fun to watch this group. We got a mix of players who were there, seasoned veterans, mixed in with some girls who watched last year, either from the bench or from the stands, and all of a sudden, oh, I got to play, right? Yeah. And they look forward to that opportunity, but you find out exactly what you have against a really good Rogers team.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. It was really fun as we were at break before this thing started. You see the Wayzata players as
Stella and Olivia Swenson walked in, and they were all whispering and pointing. And so now those girls who got to watch the twins compete and win 4 straight are now getting seen. So this will be really exciting for them.
Over the last 5 seasons, Wayzata with 4 championships, and there was no state tournament in 2020. They were 13-0 this year, but the 5 seasons in totality, they've only lost 7 matches total. That's crazy. Going back, you have to go back to find an 8th loss, you got to go back to the end of the 2018 season.
2018. Anya Schmidt wasn't even on Rogers varsity when that happened. That's how long ago we got to go back into the history books here. So we will see how things go for this brand new Wayzata Trojan team.
As we look at our starters, 4 starters again back for Rogers: Claire Larson, Megan Murray, Kendall Dawson, and then the Schmidt sisters. Anya is the oldest, the senior. Regan and Caitlin also starters, and Nora Harapat is their libero. Ellie Alsowski is the outside hitter. Katie Kelsenberg, Addie Walker, Riley Kurth, along with Kelsenberg, returning starter from last year. Kayla Narwaki is the new setter. Eva Swenson will also set for them. And Sam Weinland, new libero for the Trojans.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff going on here compared to last time these teams played. Last time they played, Olivia Swenson had 13 kills in a 3-0 sweep of the Rogers Royals. Bo Schmidt hoping his team can turn the tables a little bit this year.
Sam Weinland, the junior libero, will get us started on the 2024 season. Now let's play volleyball. Handled back row by their libero, Nora Harapat, and Schmidt trying to go to line, instead missed outside Anya Schmidt. And a hitting error in the first point of the season goes to the Trojans.
We're going to call Anya's name quite a bit here. I love the fact she goes for that swing, just misses down the line.
Weinland a little deep, but handled by Anya Schmidt. Her sister sets her there. All handled by Wayzata. First swing for the Trojans, and too strong on that hit by Osowski. And it's 1-1.
Osowski got to dress the last half of the season for varsity. Did not play a point in the 2023 season. Will be leaned on quite a bit here this year. 3 new passers that have 0 varsity reps serve receiving for the Trojans right now.
Claire Larson, senior, serving here for Rogers. Back set by Eva Lenson. Good block at the net. Kelsenberg chases one down and pushed over by Naraki. Off the tape and down. Weinland couldn't dig that up, and Rogers has its first lead at 2-1.
Yeah, Anya Schmidt's going to attack the entire 30 feet of the net tonight. There we see her swinging around, coming around on a 2-ball.
Kelsenberg and the overpass and missed. And her return couldn't get a pass up, and now it's 3-1 Rogers. Back at Kelsenberg again. This time gets it up to Eva Swenson. Tapped over left side. Yeah. Nice job keeping in play by Anya Schmidt and over by Harapat. They set left side again, and this time down for the kill. Osowski gets her first kill of the season, the sophomore.
Well, take a look here. It's a really nice pass from Kelsenberg. Swenson with the dish outside, and late closing middle allows Osowski to find the seam.
The deep serve here, handled though by Rogers. They go back. Anya Schmidt gets blocked. Rogers able to recover. Tipped at the net, but I think they hit into the net. That's error on the
Trojan block there, I believe.
Yep. Riley Kurth into the net gives the point to Rogers. 4-2 Royals. Megan Murray with the serve. Heinlein up, quick set, Narwaki, and put away by Kurth. Kurth will play at St. Thomas next year with Anya Schmidt.
Yeah, Kurth coming off a pretty bad injury last year, really recovering well. There we see her getting some early action. They're going to need a lot from her.
Anya Schmidt setting up, and a good block at the net. Schmidt can't keep it alive. A good block. They were able to counter the attack from Sarah Scherber. And Wayzata ties it at 4. Sowski will float it across. Scherber attacking again, handled back row, but unable to get the pass. That time with Osseo, and a point for Rogers.
Here comes one of my favorite serves I've ever seen.
Rogers fans out in support. Schmidt blasting. That's long. I mean, he's got a lot of power, but you'll get that sometimes too, right? And this is long by 3-4 feet. You live with it, but that'll happen.
Yeah. You know, a few years ago, that team went to the state tournament and beat Lakeville North. Last year, they went to the state tournament and lost to a Stillwater team because this team is high risk, high reward. That missed serve leads to a point, and now you give Riley Kurth the ball, and she's got a pretty gnarly float serve as well.
Kurth with an ace serve. We got it off the hands of Claire Larson. Wayzata in front at 6-5. Another good serve. Schmidt setting in the middle. Wayzata handles that. And it's swing by Eva Swenson. Anya Schmidt handles that. Claire Larson across. There's Kelsenberg attacking. Good dig there by Harapat. Swing across, off the hands. And down for a point. Milwaukee unable to handle that. Kill for Rogers, tied at 6.
Yeah, one Schmidt goes to the back row. Another one comes in and keeps swinging. Nice swing down the line there from Regan.
Scherber back to serve. Milwaukee set across to Walker with her first kill of the season. Senior middle, Addie Walker puts Wayzata back in front by 1.
Yeah, Walker, the first time we've seen her on this varsity court, and really does a great job hitting that gap set to the right of the block.
The Swenson serve into the net. Last year, kind of known as Little Swenson, right? She's 6'3", last year a sophomore, now a junior.
Well, and then we kept getting corrected because she was young Swenson.
Oh,
I don't think she was the shortest one of the 3.
Right.
But she was the youngest of the 3.
Yes. Miss hit on the left side there, and the hitting error for Wayzata, and Rogers back in front by 1.
And the Rocky at 6'2", the sophomore setter, her and Eva both going to play all the way around and do some damage, front row and back row.
And that's too strong on the swing from the Rocky. Rogers with a 2-point lead for the first time tonight.
Back-to-back hitting errors on the outside. Scott Jackson talking his sophomore outside through what's going on. And I think we'll have a reminder to not leave early. Setters in rotation 1 tend to want to get going early. Eva wanted to do that and has been told that's going to be a rotation fault. Service error there. Osseo with the good eye on the sideline. Point back to Wayzata.
Nine, 8. Trojans down by 1 as Katie Kelsenberg set it deep. Oh, great job getting to the floor by Larson. Keep that ball in play, but tough for Rogers. Tied up at 9. Serve by Kelsenberg. Larson takes it. Big swing, and is it in? Out, missing on the attack left side was Scherber. Or excuse me, that's Murray. And Wayzata with 3 straight. Look at it again. Attack.
Like the idea there. Yeah, went wide of the block and out.
Wayzata back up by 1. Back set, across, off hands, and the kill for Rogers. Regan Schmidt taking the set from her sister Anya. Wineland handling the Rogers serve. To the middle across. The Rocky's been a little strong in a couple of her hits out again on this one. Royals back in front by 1.
Early season jitters, you're going to get under the ball. As a result, you're not able to swing out in front.
Regan Schmidt, good serve. Wineland handled it though. That one falls over the net off Walker's hands, and then Roger quick counterattack and down for a point. (12-10) Rogers here in set one. She's strong on the serve from Regan Schmidt. We got some errors on both sides early, first set of the year.
Yeah, you're not going to play really clean volleyball. We were pretty lucky last year. Our first couple matches had some really good ball. But this is what you should expect to see in August.
And Wineland. Here's that one long. 13-11. Larson after her rotation of serving. Kelsenberg up to the front row. Eva Swenson, swing across, handle. Osaki's swing, a Rocky with a block at the net. Another good block by Wayzata, and they can't chase it down. Kurth and the Rocky getting up for the block there.
Really love the eye work by this Trojan block as they reset, get their eyes back on the people, and get their hands back across. That's a formidable block. 6'2", 6'3", 6'1". Yeah, tough to deal with.
Good set middle handle this time, put across by Megan Murphy. And Murray will go back to serve. 2-point Royals lead. Rocky chases that down. Eva Swenson gets blocked. Good pick up there by Osowski. Down the line. Schmidt able to get it in for a point.
Slow down there from the Wayzata block, but Schmidt just too strong. Finishes that swing. We'll take another look here. Good back set. Osowski late to close. Does get a touch on it.
Set in the middle and didn't get over. And Rogers with its biggest lead tonight at 4 points. And a timeout for Wayzata. 16-12 in her first timeout of the season.
Yeah, right now, Scott Jackson just calming his players down. You see him talking to Naraki right now about just, hey, just go repeat that set, get it there. Riley will be there. You know, for the last couple of years, it's been the underclassmen that have been able to lean into their setter with a relaxed move, knowing that Stella Swenson will set them open. Like a quarterback will throw somebody open sometimes. On this situation right here, we've got some new setters, first time running the show, and so they need their middles and their pin hitters to stay patient, stay loose, and stay available.
There we are. Xander's next to us doing all the great camera work at midcourt.
I'll tell you what we're really going to look into as we move forward for the rest of this match is how Wayzata game plans some things a little bit differently. Right now, Osowski and Kelsenberg taking some good swings. Maybe they get them going out of the back row if things get camped out on the left side. We'll see how everything develops moving forward.
Rogers, good start for them, right? I mean, had a couple of hitting errors, but now you're in front. Okay, let's go. Let's close this out, right? 9 more to a win. Milwaukee back set, whistle.
Oh. First ball handling error of the year. At the college level, they're getting rid of that. It is no longer illegal to double contact a ball as long as it stays on your side.
Okay. Will that come down to high school at some point, do you think?
I think at some point. I don't know if I like it at high school, but... Oh, wow.
Oh, Schmidt, what a tough angle, and cuts it across the middle. Drills it into the floor. 18-12.
Scott Jackson trying to talk to his defenders about how to play that. I think you just let Anya have that ball.
Walker out to Eva Swenson, who gets blocked. Set pushed across. Good swing by Osowski, but then Rogers is able to handle it. Try again. Milwaukee this time goes across, and that's off hands. And a kill for Osowski.
Great repeat there. Set her on the right side, then they get her in transition to the outside. I think she found Schmidt's hands up top and then the back row touch as well.
Quick middle set here, good handled by Norwalki, over by Eva Swenson. Handled back row by Claire Larson. Swing and attack. This time it's Kelsenberg set up. Good dig by Harapat. To the middle, Kurth from Norwalki with the kill.
Great continuation through the play. That was a little bit of a mishandle from Rogers. As we see Osowski handle the first ball, waiting patiently as Kurth, and she accelerates into that space. Clean kill for the senior middle.
Osowski a little too long. Good job by Harapat to read that ball right and let it go.
If you look carefully to the right of the court, you'll notice Vicky Swenson in the line judging role tonight, doing a great job over there. Hall of Fame coach helping out where she can.
Ace serve from Anya Schmidt.
Take a look at this ball from the end line, just so you can see the movement this ball has. It tails left to right, and it's really hard to get your hip around that ball as a passer. Little float this time, and she goes the other way.
21-14.
Scott Jackson going to call his second timeout. Here we'll see the float serve. She looks towards the 1 and goes no looky cookie back to the 5. And Kelsenberg not in a position to make that play, although I don't know that many passers would be. In this timeout, you see Bo Schmidt looking to close out. Excited up 21-14. He's talking to all of his front row players about what's going on the other side of the net. Schmidt in his 7th season as the head coach at Rogers has really built quite a strong program. Their youth program's good. Their intermediate teams, their freshman teams, their JV, their B squad, all really talented teams. Got some really great coaches in the program. In the background, you see Carol Lang, who spent time as the assistant head coach of our Paralympic women's team when they won a gold medal. They're really stacked, really deep on the coaching staff. Over here, Scott Jackson wearing that recorder so that his bench players can hear what he's talking about. 26 years in the game, one of the absolute best, one of the all-time greats, one of the nicest guys you're going to meet in the game, always willing to share, and his coaching staff pretty darn good as well.
And went into the Hall of Fame himself last year.
Absolutely well-deserved. Well-deserved.
Schmidt trying to go for her 3rd ace in a row. Didn't happen here. She well over 100 aces last season as a junior. Another point for the Royals. They are on a roll and up by 8, 22-14.
Rogers always plays unconventional. We'll see it here. This ball gets blocked. Schmidt sees it and decides she's going to take it back over on 1 into the corner.
Well, it's this one, but right into her net. So, Wayzata with some work to do. They get a little bit of a break there. Down by 6 here. It's still a 7, excuse me. Good math, John. 22-15. It's early in the year, right?
Can't all be all pros all the time, John.
No. Oh, that one will go as an ace.
That ceiling is the most played ceiling in volleyball in the state of Minnesota, I'm pretty sure. It's always a part of the match, at least a couple points. There's the first time it got involved here.
Kurth gets credit for the ace. And chased down behind Larson and unable to get it across was Harapat.
Into the backboard.
Get all the sports involved here. 22-17. 3 straight here for Wayzata. Good serve. Oh, there's an ace. Boy, Kurth showing something here.
Kurth about all the right things.
Off Regan Schmidt, and Bo Schmidt takes time out.
That's the run that Wayzata needed to get back in the game. We'll take a look at this last one. Just good float contact. Ball breaks to the left, and Schmidt not able to get stopped and make the play. Good run here, 22-18. Rogers still up, but Wayzata right where they need to be at this late point. When you have this many new players on the court, when you're down 7, 8 points, it's real easy to throw in the towel, but Scott Jackson's squad mentally strong, responding well. In the background, you see Carly Hauer, played at Andover, was an all-state player for many years. The rest of his coaching staff also very, very talented. Katie Kelsenberg, that's what you need. You need senior leadership, closing out the huddle, echoing what coach says, getting back into it.
Out of the timeout, Kurth trying to continue this run here for the Trojans as they try to dig out of an 8-point deficit in another ace.
Claire Larson not able to play that one. Great play off the tape. Another ace. Just clips and changes the trajectory ever so slightly. Here comes Kurth again.
Handled by Wineland, but then a collision of players. Regan Schmidt was trying to get to that ball. It ran into her middle, and it falls again. 22-20.
Anya Schmidt just stepped in front of the libero. She's going to pass this ball no matter where it goes. Oh, opens up.
To the front row, overpass. Oh, and then Rogers goes with another one drop. 22-21.
Might have been a missed net violation here. We'll see what the call is. Icing the server here. We'll take another look at the play. Here we have a swing. And yeah, there's some net violation there. Whether they get the call or not, I don't know. If we were in the college game, that would be a green card challenge, and this would be overturned, and it would in fact be Rogers' point. But I don't know what's going to happen here in this situation. Scott Jackson is calling as we've seen him.
Certainly looked like Kelsenberg had a touch on that coming down,
Yep,
right?
Yep. Yeah, I think there was at least one body in the net, if not two. We'll see what the call is here. We're going to replay the point.
Okay.
I got no problem with that. If I'm Scott Jackson, I'm going to make an argument. But at the end of the day, I think this is the right call. Scott Jackson, did you see somebody in the net? If you didn't see somebody in the net, then you can't call a net.
That's pretty good lip reading or mind reading, one of the two.
I'm going to go with mind reading. His back's to us, so I couldn't read his lips. But I know I've been in that space, and I've made that argument, and that's exactly what he should be talking about right here.
Well, they're not going to change their mind again, so
Right.
we're going to replay the point.
We're going to replay the point. We're back to 22-20. Kurth looking to serve again.
Now, Kurth last year, as you go back, well, we'll talk about it after this point. What a good serve. Anya Schmidt, boy, behind her bench to run that one down. Milwaukee will set it, pushed over by Eva Swenson. Quick set in the middle, tapped across, and Rogers finally breaks the run. Just a quick note on Ryla Kurth, because of the rotation of the players they had last year, she didn't serve a lot. She only had 3 ace serves all of last season. Well, she had 3 in that rotation.
Between the rotation of players, her injury, there was a lot of time where she wasn't out there, but she's always had a pretty good serve.
Eva Swenson gets that one, and Wineland puts it across. Handled by Harapat on the other end, across. Good dig on the ball, hit by Larson. Oh, and a huge swing by Kelsenberg for the point.
That's a big swing from the senior outside. Swenson back to serve, able to put a run together herself here. We'll take a look at this. Great ball over the shoulder from Wineland, and that ball left way too much cross court. Big swing from Kelsenberg.
Eva Swenson serving, her team down by just 2. Anya Schmidt all the way across. Good block at the net. On the attack from Larson. Go back to Kelsenberg again. Trojans back to within 1.
Great rally, good extension there. Eva Swenson, very disciplined. We'll take a look at the end of this point. Another pickup. And Kelsenberg swings this one across the block and down for a point. Timeout number 2 for Bo Schmidt and Rogers as Kelsenberg feeling it. Wineland, she does a lot of little things well, but she's put up 2 or 3 second balls that have just been on the money. I was wondering early because the Trojans are running a true 6-2, so both their setters play all the way around. Sometimes teams, back when the libero came into effect, your right side always took the second ball if your setter took the first ball. Then they decided the libero should take it so we can get more hitters. But if your setter is in and the back row setter takes it, some teams will run the front row setter there. But the way Wineland's delivering this ball, I have no reason to not let her take that second ball in that space. Bo Schmidt with a look of worry on his face for the first time tonight.
Well, it was 22-14 Rogers, and all of a sudden this team up, but now it's just 23-22. And the 8-1 run for Rogers, or for Wayzata, and a chance for the Trojans. Tie it up here with the junior, Eva Swenson, to serve. And this will go off of Regan Schmidt. Oh, what a play and over by Rogers to get to that ball. Kelsenberg attack. Rogers keeps it alive, and another one over by Regan Schmidt. Eva Swenson will set it outside, and a point for Wayzata. For a play that was only 30 seconds long, that was some terrific effort on both sides of the net.
Here's what I love about that. I didn't even notice it when it happened, but as they're serving, Scott Jackson makes a sub here, so Kelsenberg is now in the middle instead of on the left side. Blocking personality there, and she's in this space again. 23-23.
Pushed over, and it's Olivia Wan into the match now, number 8 for the first time. Got a touch on that ball. Cross Narwaki, handled by Harapat. Left side attack, and missed. And it's set point for Wayzata. Larson unable to hit the line there. Swenson to try to close it out. Set to the middle. Anya Schmidt misses, and an 11-1 run by Wayzata to close out the first set of the season, and they take it 25-23.
Didn't see that one coming the way that set started, but Wayzata just stays calm throughout. Katie Kelsenberg down the stretch making some really big plays. And Trojans takes that one 25-23, looking to keep running here and keep that winning streak alive.
First set in the book. As we go to break, it's Wayzata up on Rogers 1-0. More live volleyball on the opening night of the season on CCX next. Oh yes, thank you.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Ellie Osowski's birthday, apparently. We're finding out right now. Happy birthday, Ellie.
Little sister there, mom up behind. Yeah, pretty exciting. Dad just walked there. He made it back up to the top. Asked him, I said, were you nervous? He said, knew it all along. I had heart. Nick Osowski, a gentleman's gentleman. Wayzata up 1-0 on Rogers with a bit of a stunner there. Down 7 late? Is that what it was?
Well, it was 22-14.
22-14 came back to win 25-23 as Rogers, capable of doing great things, going on big runs, but also capable of giving up big runs. This was the change I was telling you about, John. The high school league this year, they're not changing sides for the players, but the line judges will switch sides every set. I don't know if that's to get different looks and make sure we aren't getting favoritism or something, but here we are.
Underway here in set 2. Wayzata and Rogers. Keelan Naraki missed on her first attack here in set 2. And first point to Rogers. Again, it's only second set. It's the first match of the year, but your Rogers, you feel like that one got away, right? You have to come back and show yourself a little better from start to finish here in set 2. And at the same time, not overreact because it's the first set of the year. Attacking a swing, and there's Osseo with the kill, and it's 1-1.
Big swing from Osseo there. Yeah, I mean, when we were talking to Scott before the match started, he was talking about this is just a match. It's a barometer. It's all these things. If you're Rogers, you got to feel the same way. Like, yeah, you wish you had that first set, but hey, we got a long season ahead. Let's make sure we're doing the little things well.
Rocky off Hera Pat, and Schmidt gets blocked at the net. Good pickup by Weinle, and then trying to spin it across was Murray, but didn't get it over the tape. Point for Wayzata.
That's a really open space Murray was looking for, just found it too late. Swiped it into the net.
And Milwaukee, just a sophomore, Andy, but they really like her as a setter. Probably could have played last year on a lot of teams, not this one.
Yeah, it's crazy how that thing. I remember you and I were doing the section final last year, and Reese Axness looked average compared to Stella, and Naraki probably looked the same way in the gym here. Just who you're next to.
Pass missed there, and Wayzata unable to set up an attack. And Rogers in front now, 3-2. Murray serving. Milwaukee back set. Osseo up off of Regan Schmidt, up on the rafters. Handled by the Royals, and they get it over. Milwaukee one hand on it, and overrunning it there, not really had much of a chance to get it, was Kurth, and it drops for a point.
Kelsenberg wishes she had that one back. Checking in with her teammates. Look for her to lock in here.
Good serve. Kelsenberg handles it. Eva Swinson, too strong. And Rogers on a little run here to start the second set, up 5-2.
Wouldn't be afraid to repeat there. I think Eva wants that ball back, wants it again.
Milwaukee back set here. Crossed by Osseo. Anya Schmidt with a kill.
Schmidt heating up here to start set 2.
Now Jackson felt the Rogers player across the line there, but not called. And into the net. Murray gives the point back to Rogers. Important side out for Wayzata. Make it 6-3. Osseo, good serve. Left side attack, and a nice hit there by Scherber.
Scherber finds the seam, big swing from her. Smile on her face as Anya Schmidt goes back to the line.
Seven, 3. And Kelsenberg able to get it across. Anya Schmidt and across, and then back-to-back kills here for Scherber, the senior. Played some last year, but only 18 kills for them. But now a regular rotation player for the Royals, and a great serve there for Anya Schmidt. And Rogers extends its lead to 9-3. Timeout, Wayzata.
Scott Jackson going to cool Schmidt off at the line, hoping to get everybody under control and relaxed in serve reception. Again, like we talked about at the very beginning, these passers have not serve received a single ball last year at the varsity level. Osseo gets beat to her right. When she spins it like that, and I don't know if she has it going the other way, you might want to, as passers, actually turn your hips away a little bit so that ball kind of pops into your shoulder instead of across your body. Something that Big Ten teams did years ago against Micah Christensen, who had that same type of gnarly cut on her serve, as she's getting some last-minute words and giving some encouragement. She'll go back to the line.
Anya Schmidt, you saw her numbers in the pregame. Andy, 566 kills last season.
That's a pretty good year. 34 matches, carried the 2. Yeah, that's a lot of volleyball. That's a lot of swings. She doesn't play high-end club volleyball, and Tang Pham, the head coach at St. Thomas, very excited about it because her shoulder gets that rest. Wow.
Swenson attack with a great dig there by Anya Schmidt. Brings this one across. Wineland handled it. Ball in the middle. Perth got a touch on it. Back to Scherber. She gets blocked this time, and a point for Wayzata.
Much needed side out for the Trojans there. Good close from Swenson and Kurth.
Kurth, as we talked about earlier, also heading to St. Thomas next year. Will serve it up here. Had a good run of serves there in that rally in set 1. Error here. That's 10-4 as she'll check out, and Sam Wineland back in at the libero spot. It's served by Scherber. Narwaki and Walker over for a point.
Walker, good spacing there, good push from Naraki. That's a great swing. That's the serve receive kill you need to suck any momentum off of Rogers' side of the net. Take a look at this one again. Passed well by Osowski. Going forward, great spacing.
A serve by Eva Schmidt. Off the hands of Caitlin Schmidt. Eva Swenson.
We got all these sisters for the lab. Yeah, I get it. That's a great 1-to-1 serve. She's going to go hit it again. It's tight.
Another point for Wayzata. Here's the little comeback now here for Wayzata. 10-7.
Antenna push there, so line judge puts the ball back.
Anya Schmidt, quick set, ball tapped over, good play in the middle there. That's Kinley Colligan, number 10, the sophomore, with the point.
And she does a really good job there, tipping that ball across, finding some open space.
That one, Karam's off the rafters, but handled by Wayzata. Back set there by Schmidt and hit across by Regan Schmidt from the middle, and Milwaukee missed. Excuse me, Osowski.
That's that back row attack. That's that back row attack I was hoping to see that last set when they were in trouble, and there we see a unfortunate hitting error.
12-7 Rogers. Eva Swenson back. Kelsenbergel puts it over.
That's coming, yep.
Tipped at the net, and a kill for Larson. Off the hand of Swenson. 6-point Rogers lead.
Scott Jackson grabs the towel. Gonna get everything cleaned up. I think we had a little bit of perspiration on the floor there. Everything reset.
Colligan trying to add to the Rogers 6-point lead, and too strong. Line won't let it go. 13-8. Kelsenberg will serve. Handled back row there by Caitlin Schmidt. At the net, there's Walker. It's involved in the play. 13-9.
She's got a lot of length. You see her get across really well here, time the block well, take up some space and keep the ball on Rogers' side.
Able to block the attack there from Murray. And that one dropped. And Regan Schmidt finding that back corner for a point.
That butter corner is almost indefensible. You don't see a lot of people hit it, so it'll score If it hits again, I could see Jackson making an adjustment, maybe bringing Kelsenberg over there.
And now Regan Schmidt to serve. Kelsenberg goes down for that ball. We flung across. Great block by Rogers. Tip at the net. Back set goes on the Wayzata side. Cross handled by Kelsenberg again. Eva Swenson trying to set it up. Good block by Rogers, and they get the point. Able to get it the block up on the Rocky.
We'll go back a point here and see how this thing all played out. We see a great pass, back set here, and we see that corner just dancing. Great spot.
15-9, it's an ace there as Wineland and Kelsenberger run into each other. 7-point Rogers lead.
Trojans have been here before.
Right. Regan Schmidt serves. Wineland over by Walker off the set from Swenson. Cross and down for the kill.
That's a two-touch play made famous by one of the assistants at Rogers when he used to coach under Bill Kwan at Osseo. We get another chance to take a look at it here. The early ball comes over. We'll see what Scott has to say for a second. Oh, here we go. Here's that replay. That ball gets pushed across. Schmidt, instead of setting it up to the setter, sends it right to the outside, who then hits it on the second contact. Really hard to defend, because what can happen right there is Larson can either hit it, or what we can do here, this ball goes to Larson. Larson has the ability to send that ball back, and we get a third contact and an attack there. It's very popular in the men's game, very rarely seen in the women's game. But Rogers, as we've talked about a few times, does some quite unconventional things here. They have a 17-9 lead. Scott Jackson looks like he's talking about blocking as you see his hands pressing through there, talking about how to get hands on the ball, how to get across, and make sure we don't give up any seams in the interim. 17-9. Rogers looking to close out set two, unsuccessful with it in a similar space in set one.
Claire Larson, that last kill, she was second last year on the Royals to Anya Schmidt with kills, 172. So very capable on the attack herself, and her team up by 8. To go back to Regan Schmidt again for the Royals. That's the tape. Wineland played it. Swenson and Osowski couldn't get on top of that ball. And Rogers doubling up Wayzata now at 18-9.
Osowski reassuring her setter that that's okay, we'll get the next ball. Really like the leadership the sophomore is showing right now.
Regan Schmidt gives one back, serve into the net, 18-10. Kurth back in, Walker out. Wineland to serve. Back row to Regan Schmidt, tipped the net over by Anya Schmidt. Swenson, quick ball, nicely set up and put away by Kurth.
Swenson, with such length, she's able to stay up and find Kurth in transition here without much effort. Really good set location.
All set across by Regan Schmidt. Oh, what a block.
That is a monster block there from the Rocky and Kurth. We'll take a look at it again here. Good serve, gets him out of system. It's an easy early read, and the snap through as Schmidt can't get it past.
We're back to Larson this time on the attack for Rogers. Osowski gets blocked and unable to get it across was Norwalki.
Coverage was there, not able to make it go high enough to do anything productive.
A quick 3-0 run. Only answered by Rogers, and they're back up by 7. Swenson and off the tape. A little scramble, but Kelsenberger cross. Back set over and missed. They had some space there, but Megan Murray unable to get it in play. Hitting air, 1913.
Like the idea there, attacking the left side of the court there, but just missing wide. Rocky to serve.
Off the hands there of Scherber. Handled, pushed deep by Anya Schmidt, but missed. A good idea, but just a little too strong.
HOF, line judge, HOF, head coach. How many games did you cover between those two,
Yeah,
between Scott and Vicky back in the day?
A lot, yeah. A lot of section games between those two. Oh, there's an ace.
And that should get Bo Schmidt to call a timeout here. We'll see if he's going to give him another point. Nope. Stop the bleeding here. Timeout, Rogers. Here's that comeback, and I don't know if you're Bo, do you call that timeout to remind him? What are you doing here? I think as we take a look at this serve, hoping, willing, that ball's going to land in. And the hand to the face from Scherber is all I need to see as a head coach to say, hey, let's talk about it for a minute. Remind everybody we're still in the lead here. We're still in control. She can go make that play, and now he's having a little conversation with Murray about what the block setup's going to be in transition. Right now they got to handle that first touch, take care of that served ball before they even get to worry about what happens in transition. Wayzata's serving game, as always, for the last 15 years that I've been paying attention to high school volleyball, Scott Jackson's team always has one of the best serving plans in the state. And they seem to be going after whoever the front row outside is for the majority of the match here. If they find a hot server that likes to hit a spot, they're letting her go. But it seems to be we're going after, so look for another ball here at Scherber, the front row left side. Schmidt at the net. Be ready for her to pull off and hit on two.
Milwaukee. Time goes out to Larson, and that one is touched by Wayzata, and a point for Rogers. So they stop that run and they get to 20-15.
Way to tick. There we go.
Served by Murray, off the tape. Wineland gets it up and across and down the line. Good pick up back row there by Murray. Attack. Going to the floor, and we had Wayzata into the net.
I think it was a race, and Kurth was in the net before any Rogers player. But good aggressive play there on both sides. Good serve into the setter's lane. We'll see if she goes at it again, and does.
Murray on that serve. This time it's Swenson missing, and Rogers with a three-point run here. It's 22-15. Back set. Yeah, great block. Scherber getting up. Rogers within two.
Take a look at this well-formed block. Eyes on the right thing. Hands pressing across. Osowski just into a wall there. Great block by Rogers.
Murray serve. Wineland up in the air. And Osowski this time hammers it down for a point.
Great move there by the Trojans to change up serve receive and run the stack, letting Osowski swing where she's more comfortable on the left side, getting the side out.
And gets it across. Rogers got a piece of it, and then ball handling error there by the Royals, by Regan Schmidt.
Regan Schmidt had a really good idea to back set there, but the ball kind of got stuck in her hand.
Not much margin for error for Wayzata here, but they're still in it. 23-17. Player into the net for Rogers. Oh, no, excuse me, for Wayzata.
Kurth
again.
in the net there.
And now it's set point for Rogers at 24-17. Anya Schmidt with a chance to end it and send us to a break tied 1-1. Great serve. Eva Swenson over. Great dig up by Anya Schmidt. Scherber across. Wineland got to that. Milwaukee setting up Kelsenberg. Touched by Rogers. Point for Wayzata.
That line judge on our right side has been attacked like 4 times by the ball. She is she might be one of the best defenders on the court right now. Stays in there, makes her call, sticks with it. Love it. Love it.
Kurth serving, and there we go. There is set 2 on the service error. Rogers takes it 25-18, and Andy, we're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, it was that aggressive serving from Kurth that got them going in set 1. She misses that one. You're never going to tell Kurth to take anything off it. We're tied at a set apiece here going into set 3 in the season opener. It's really good volleyball, exactly what we were expecting to see tonight.
We'll take time out. Set 3 on the way. Wayzata Rogers on CCX coming up.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Rogers wins the second set. Wayzata and Rogers all tied up at 1 here. Season opener for 2024. Let's go back to the closing night of the season in 2023 in St. Paul. Wayzata undefeated playing New Prague. And they get the crowning achievement of their season, Andy. New Prague had it close, but again, in the end, it was a 3-match, 3-set sweep for Wayzata, and they go 34-0.
Yeah, that team just built differently. Number 8 in the country. I can't remember a team from Minnesota being close to that high because they don't play anybody outside of the state. So this is a crowning achievement, a four-peat, and that senior class was something special. We've been very fortunate to cover them for their entire career, and there we see 2 of them in the crowd right now, Stella and Olivia Swenson. Stella on the right there in the gray, her sister Olivia in the black next to her, one over, and then another Minnesota native transferred back to Minnesota, playing libero this year, McKenna Wooker on the edge. It is a lot of Gopher pride in town here today. They opened their season with a scrimmage, as we see all of the Swensons.
Hey, where's
Goodness
Eric?
gracious,
I haven't seen Eric tonight.
I think I was just Eric over talking.
All right.
Eric might have been just talking to Vicky. No, he was talking to Bo. All those bald men look alike to me. Now we got Eva on the court. We got Vicky on a corner. We got Stella and Olivia. That is not one of the Swenson children. Just a neighbor kid, I think. Eric might be in the building somewhere, but he's also kind of incognito sometimes. One of the great volleyball families, especially over there's Eric up to the right. Look at this, just up above Stella and Olivia there. Yep. So there we have all of them in one shot. Somebody needs to screenshot that because I don't think that whole family gets together as often as they'd like. Very, very busy.
All right, for your Wayzata, he rallied in that first one. Kind of took a little bit of a punch from Rogers in the second set. How did they respond here in set 3?
I think they go after the same kids they were going after in set 1 and let 1 point go at a time. Here we see a nice long rally to start. Osowski with a big swing, dug up.
Off of the Rocky and down for a point. First point to Rogers.
Anya Schmidt's going to get hers. You just got to make sure you lock in everybody else. You can't let somebody else go off and get 8 or 9 kills in a match.
Claire Larson serving. Quick set in the middle. Kurth putting it away. Good set by Eva Swenson.
That is such a good set and such a nice spacing swing from Kurth.
Rocky serving tied at 1. And set 3, and they miss on the initial pass. Wayzata in front. Handled by Harapath, the libero. Outside Sherber, and it's a tough ball for her to be able to play.
Now Regan pushing that one a little bit too far and too fast. Sherber not able to make a good contact with it. 3-1 Trojans.
Regan Schmidt setting it up, and Anya Schmidt with the kill.
Ball's coming with some pace there. Out of system. Anya knows she's getting set. Wayzata knows she's getting set. Sometimes good athletes are going to get those points regardless.
Regan's a freshman, Caitlin the junior, Anya Schmidt the senior. Sowski took a little off that ball. Fooled Rogers just enough, Andy, right? You get the point.
Osseo, a very accomplished beach player. That is a beach shot times 1,000 there. As she comes in hard, brings the arm back, and then a little bit of a roll shot up and down to score the point and double up Rogers here early in set 3.
Have you ever played beach volleyball, Andy, in the shadow of the Eiffel Tower? It's one of the coolest things in the Olympics.
Honestly. Not a bad spot to be.
Well, ball to the middle and pushed over by Colligan. Here's Kelsenberg. Rogers gets the block up on her. Wineland will handle this ball. Pushed over by Eva Swenson off some hands. Good job by Colligan to react to that ball. Kurth will float it across and get it down for a point.
The amount of chaos balls that Wayzata has come out on the right side of is really impressive. They play whistle to whistle very well. Here we see the tip, little backspin from Kurth. Better too high than too low. They will take that set.
Anya Schmidt got behind that ball and gets it for a point, 5-3. That 3-point lead for Wayzata, I think, was their biggest lead all night at 5-2.
Yeah, Schmidt just decides she's going to be done, and that's it. Here we see that serve again. The tail towards Osseo.
Was it able to get it, though? And then this one off the hands of Milwaukee. Rogers point, 5-4.
Schmidt with a little touch set there. Hitters up and available. Really nicely done.
Anya Schmidt again puts a lot on that. Off Wineland, chase down.
That's clean.
Oh, Eva Swenson did all she could to get it across.
That was a fantastic hustle from Eva there. Had the angle right, too, just a little short of getting across. 5-5.
Schmidt blaze another one across. Took a little off that ball. Eva Swenson across. Played by Larson and cut across and unable to get it in play. It was Regan Schmidt. Point for Wayzata.
Naraki gets up running around, proud she didn't touch that ball. Kind of fun to watch the sophomore enjoying the game a little bit.
Like, oh, glad I missed that. 6-5 Wayzata with Kurth on the serve. Played by Regan Schmidt. Back set, Anya Schmidt. Over and down for a point.
Scherber knew it was coming. Never stopped her approach. Knew that Anya was going to be able to reverse that ball to her and puts it into the deep, deep line. Another one of those almost indefensible shots.
Milwaukee will tip it and over by Walker. No, into the net.
She catches the net on her follow-through, but that is the type of swing you love seeing this early in the season. We'll take another look here. Great one-handed set, and yeah, it takes a little bit of the net with her. I'd repeat there.
Milwaukee, this time it's Kelsenberg. Missed on that hit. 8-6 Rogers.
Let's go, Wayzata!
Kelsenberg talking to Naraki there about what she needs in order to finish that play and how she's going to help her team score this next point. Really impressed with how much of a leader Kelsenberg has become.
Ball in the middle, Walker across. From Colligan, handled by Wayzata. They get hands on it. Eva Swenson will float it across. Anya Schmidt took that ball. Pushed across by Harapat. Eva Swenson over, block at the net on the attack from Larson. Long point here, Kelsenberg across, dug up by Larson. They go back, and Wayzata getting the block this time. Able to put away Regan Schmidt's attack.
Another long rally won by Wayzata there as they just won't go away. Good reverse there. You see Kelsenberg and Walker both closing in on that, getting their eyes on the hitter and hands across.
Eva Swenson this time will go at Caitlin Schmidt, and off the antenna, unable to keep it in play was Regan Schmidt. And we're tied at 8. Side attack. Point Wayzata. Didn't get it across on the swing from Larson. 3 straight for the Trojans, 9-8. Here in set 3. And that went into the net by Eva Swenson. Took too much off that ball, 9-9.
Short was open. That one just didn't have the legs to get going.
Colligan serves. Sowski got it. Here's Kelsenberg going up. Point for Wayzata. Talked about Kelsenberg as a leader and as an athlete. 3-sport athlete, which high-level volleyball, you don't see that quite as much anymore. She had a terrific season in basketball for Wayzata. It was all conference. And then was this in the state track meet in both the shot and the discus out of Region 6AA.
Wow.
Oh, right, blocked by Osowski. 11-9.
Wineland very excited. I think hit Osowski in the face when they were high-fiving.
Left side swing, and this one Larson able to get it through hands of Nowacki and Walker. Well, Larson's played a solid match tonight. Her team down by 1 here, 11-10 in set 3. Regan Schmidt, good serve. By Wayzata, block at the net. Wayzata gets that across. Anya Schmidt, Kelsenberg dug it up, but couldn't quite get the ball to Wineland. And it's 11-all. Oh, no pass at all there. 12-11. And we talked about that right at the top of the show, right? Serve, receive, inexperience right now for Wayzata. With so many players that they graduated. Eva Swenson did a good job to counter the attack from Anya Schmidt, but not that time. The senior taps it over.
Yeah, back-to-back overpasses by Wayzata. Chaos on the first one they stayed with, and then that second one, Anya's not going to give up that play twice.
Regan Schmidt too strong here, 13-12. Side out. Wineland to serve. Anya Schmidt, the serve receive, block on Larson here. Nice job by Osowski to get up, get the block with Kurth.
Osowski having a nice match on her birthday here. Does a really good job getting hands across again on the block.
Wineland over. Set across, Anya Schmidt gets blocked, but couldn't keep it in play. Nowacki and Kurth, so the point goes to Rogers. Timed it right, Andy. He's going to get the hands turned.
Yeah, and the advantage there goes to the attacker. When that's a high enough set like that, she's able to see the block set up and go off hands with intent and purpose.
Sowski, good dig on that ball by Scherber. Cross, missed wide.
Good reverse there to Schmidt. She tries to take it down the line and misses. Presence from Osowski there may have affected her approach line.
14-all with Nowacki serving. Big swing. Oh, a great ball played by Nowacki. Pushed across by Eva Swenson. Scherber this time will set it up to Anya Schmidt. And beats Kelsenberg to the back row. Point for the Royals.
Great effort there from the senior middle hitter, outside hitter, making a move for that ball, but just really good placement.
Murray to serve. The team out by 1 now. Good set to Kurth. Anya Schmidt, great save. Ball blocked in the middle by Kurth, and the drop outside. Point for the Trojans.
Great hustle on both sides of the net there. We're seeing some really high energy points here, and you can tell these guys have been waiting to play a meaningful match for quite some time.
Anya Schmidt cuts it across. Not a kill for her. 16-15 Rogers.
Take another look here. Good serve, handled well. Long set back to Schmidt, and she's got a one-on-one, and she's going to score on that a lot. And on the service ace, Schmidt good again.
17-15. Fires another one. Kelsenberg got it. Milwaukee chases the ball down, but a little miscommunication. Who was going to take the third ball, and no one did.
Timeout here. Scott Jackson and Wayzata going to talk about how that ball needs to get played a little bit differently. Kurth had looked over her shoulder, hoping somebody else would be able to make the play, and Scott going to talk about how we got to finish that play better. Take a look at the top 10 rankings here. A lot of squads we're very familiar with. Champlain Park, Rogers here, Wayzata, Maple Grove. The Lakeville's always an answer. Egan looks to be pretty strong again. Eastridge, New Prague, and Burnsville rounding out the top 10. There is a lot of talent in this 2025 class, the senior class this year. All throughout all of those teams, there's kids going to top 25 schools around the state. Champlain Park definitely the #1 team with an asterisk right now. All their players that they have coming back this year. Carly Gilk, without a doubt, one of the greatest players in the state. My front runner for Baden Player of the Year this year. And she can do it all. 6 rotations. The setter on that team, Reese Axness, does a really good job. Adler, another great player on that team. We've got a lot of talent up here in the Northwest Metro as Anya Schmidt serves again. And just on cue.
That might have been her best serve of the night, Andy.
Yeah, that ball had some pop on it, and it had the movement we're looking for. Now, what we've seen previously is she'll go 2 or 3 of those and then decide to jump float, and that's been cut off just about every time. We'll see what she comes here. Here comes that float again. That no-looker, and Kelsenberg not able to see it. Literally did a private lesson today with a kid and told him nobody in the state right now has a no-look serve. Last one I saw was Samantha Seliger-Swenson. Now we see Anya Schmidt with a pretty dominant one. She's going to spin it again here.
That one off from Milwaukee across. Anya Schmidt, ball to the middle. And we had Wayzata in the net again, trying to defend the attack from Colligan.
There it is.
Kurth gets called. It's 21-15. And Wayzata takes his second time out.
Yeah, sometimes a three-point run isn't so bad, but those were 3 pretty messy points. Service ace into the upper deck almost, service ace to the left into the bench, and then a net violation on a triple block. Everybody just needs to breathe and relax here. Even with Schmidt at the line, you are still at the advantage as the receiving team as long as you can handle that first ball well enough. 21-15, Bo Schmidt's Rogers Royals up here in set 3, and we're tied at a set apiece.
Each of these teams will play again next Tuesday. Rogers' home opener will take on Monticello, and Wayzata will be home for their late conference opener here Tuesday night against Edina.
Wonder if that young Rogers fan is looking us up on Instagram right now. Maybe not.
No doubt.
He should be.
That's great. School hasn't started. I think that's terrific that you get this many students out for August 22nd, right?
Well, I think Rogers felt like they had a shot in this one, and to be the team that knocks off a Wayzata team that hasn't lost in quite a while. Pretty exciting. We're going to run to a moderated 5-2 here.
Now 22-15 after another point, another great serve. Wayzata really scrambling here on the last several points. And Scherber gets it down for another kill. And it's an 8-point lead.
Anya Schmidt trying to close it out here. 2 more points to a win. Drives another one. Kelsenberg up in the rafters, able to get it across. (24-15). Swenson to Kelsenberg, trying to keep Wayzata alive. Back set across, and there's the kill. They misidentified Kendall Dawson, who was listed as number 4. She is actually number 10, not Kinley Colligan, as we told you earlier. And it's Kendall Dawson there, Andy, that closes out set 2.
The set 3 finish there, 25-15. Wayzata never really got rolling. They were up 5-2 early, and then Rogers just picked it up and kept running and kept running and kept running. They're up 2-1 and looking to close this one out on the road here at Wayzata.
Really strong finish for Rogers. They win it going away, and now up 2-1. Look at the final point as we go to break. More volleyball on CCX. Wayzata Rogers coming up.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
We left out a Swenson sibling earlier because we didn't see her. There's Samantha Seliger Swenson, a terrific setter at Hopkins High School when she played for her mom 10 plus years ago, and then was an All-American at the University of Minnesota.
And the gentleman in the white Canadian hat is her husband, who just got back from Paris. He played on the Canadian men's team. And just we're loving all of the Swenson love here in the gym tonight. Getting on the side where Vicky is line judging so she can kiss her grandkids. Love it all. Love it all.
Well, great response by Rogers, Andy. A heartbreaking loss there in set 1, and then like, okay, it's only one set, and they come back and played pretty good volleyball, pretty clean volleyball these last 2 sets, and now 1 set away from closing it out.
That's clean.
Wayzata scrambled a little bit, but did get the point, or get the ball across. Larson pushing it over. Tapped at the net, and Anya Schmidt taking the set initially from Larson, then getting a second chance and puts it away. And Anya Schmidt with yet another kill tonight.
She gets to a space and goes to another level, and there are not going to be many people in the state that can slow her down. Now,
continue to have moisture problem. It seems like just on the Wayzata side of the court here tonight, and specifically on that right side.
They should probably get a referendum or something and get some money into this school building. I am joking, Wayzata proper. This is coming from a poor kid in New Ulm, man. I'm just super jealous. I'm just super jealous.
They're finding spots all over here. There's like 3 of them, 3 towels. All right. But I mean, it's a safety thing too. In all seriousness, you
100%. Yeah, you don't want to risk somebody being out there doing something they don't need to do.
All right, Claire Larson patiently waited, now ready to serve again. And I'll get an ace off of Osowski's hands, and 2-0 lead for Rogers.
I don't think Osowski ever saw that ball. Looks like it caught her by surprise floating across.
Up in the air, off the rafters. Wineland saw it. Osowski here into the net. Quick 3-0 start for Rogers in set 4. Wayzata undefeated. 2 of the last 3 seasons. That was a great serve. Crawled over the tape and down.
Sometimes it just goes your ways, and Rogers is on the right side of that momentum right now.
Larson, another good serve. Kowski just struggling a little bit right now in serve receive, and it's 5-0. Larson, one of the captains, along with Murray and Anya Schmidt. Kurth attacks and gets the point. Wayzata on the board here in set 4.
Handleable pass from Osowski. Force middle, get the side out. Miraki's going to serve here.
Well, they'll continue to wipe up spots there. This time it's Kelsenberg.
Okay, thank you.
All right, 5-1. Milwaukee trying to get her team on a run here. It's set and pushed across. A little late to get to that ball off the set from Regan Schmidt. Now, Kowski gets blocked. Regan Schmidt back set. Anya Schmidt hammers it home.
Ball has a little something extra on it right now. Schmidt feeling it.
Great set by the freshman. Back to the senior.
Uh-oh.
Wineland got it across. Terrific individual effort. Kurth just got a piece of that. Back set, back to Anya Schmidt again. Kelsenberg gets it. Over by Milwaukee. Anya Schmidt will set it up. Side attack and put across by Dawson. And Swenson finally gets the point for Wayzata.
Eva Swenson, I got stuck watching her almost that entire point. She just stayed calm and relaxed no matter what else was happening, waited for her window and took her swing. Really nice play by the sophomore. Junior?
Junior.
I don't want to think about it.
You don't want to think about life without high school Swensons to announce?
Well, I also remember when Eva was born,
Yes,
so
right.
We're not going to talk about it.
Right.
We have a net violation.
On Kelsenberg. 7-2 Rogers. Really playing some strong volleyball. Again, a great team themselves last year. 4 starters back from a club that was 30-4.
Oh, wait a minute.
And down to the court. It's an ace for Anya Schmidt to make it 8-2.
Looking for something playable here. Doesn't need to be good. Naraki's athletic enough to run the ball down, but we got to get a pass if we're the Trojans.
My goodness. Right at Kelsenberg and off her hands.
John, we're safe here, but barely. Holy cow.
Right.
Man, take a look at the spin on this. Comes in and then breaks right, and Kelsenberg has no shot. Oof.
Yeah, had her hands probably right where she thought the ball was going to be, right?
Yeah, and then it just broke right, and she couldn't get her hips around it.
Miss serve there makes it 9-3. Kurth, the 6'3" senior, spinning her hand, trying to get a good serving run she had back in the first set. Anya Schmidt, good back set, good block there by Kelsenberg. Walker sets it up. Pushed across by Eva Swenson, off the hands of Larson and down.
Well, we're going to get
a violation on
she's
Wayzata.
under. Naraki was completely under the net when she set that ball. Pretty good athletic move, but in high school, anytime you're completely under like that, if she doesn't interfere with the player, we keep playing, but in high school, that's a violation, I believe.
Sherberg serving at Kelsenberg. Milwaukee, Kelsenberg over. Anya Schmidt will set it. Tipped by Dawson. Wayzata repels that. They go left side. Larson gets her attack block, but Rogers able to keep playing this. They'll go again to Larson. All right, some really good play by Rogers, right? Stuck with it, and finally Larson gets a ball she can put away.
Scott Jackson calming down the troops here, getting them settled back into what they need to play.
Narwaki to the middle, over. Anya Schmidt got that. Ball to the middle and over by Dawson for a point. 12-3 Rogers. Timeout, Wayzata.
Yeah, Rogers kind of took the lead in the middle of set 3 and has just been on the gas pedal ever since. Up 12-3 here, looking to close out the 4-time defending state champs, Wayzata. Scott Jackson just trying to get everybody calm and relaxed. Maybe we need one pass. Maybe we need one thing to be a little bit different, get a little run. They did it in set 1. They were down by a lot and came back and made it not just competitive, but came back to win set 1. But the way Rogers is playing right now, it's going to take more than just one quick side out and a hope. The other side of the net, Rogers firing on all cylinders. You can tell these athletes, even though they lost a couple key contributors last year to graduation, the 4 starters they return and a few of the other players with some varsity playing time, just finding a rhythm right now and playing really good team volleyball.
That's going to be a team to contend with all season long in Minnesota.
I would agree wholeheartedly. I'm waiting on some updates. I got friends watching matches all over. Number 1 versus number 2, Champlain Park and Rogers going on, or Champlain Park and Lakeville North going on right now. New Prague is playing Burnsville, I believe. Like, there's some good stuff happening.
Out on the timeout, though, a miss serve by Sherber. Side out Wayzata. Still down 8 at 12-4 in the 4th set. Eva Swenson on the serve, laying out for that was Caitlin Schmidt. Here's Kelsenberg, off some hands for a point.
It takes one. Kelsenberg looking to maybe put this team on her back for a little bit.
Play college volleyball at James Madison University next year. Back set, good job by Anya Schmidt to Regan Schmidt there. Touch at the net, Kelsenberg outside the antenna, point Rogers. Up ball for her to play, Rogers point. And in Kendall Dawson, go back to serve. Just a sophomore, puts it in play here. Eva Swenson. Back set, Kelsenberg, too much.
Kelsenberg looking for that buttered corner, doesn't quite have it. Maybe needs a little higher ball when she's taking first touch like that. Dawson with another good one.
At the net and down for a point by Claire Larson.
15-5, and Rogers feeling comfortable right now.
You know, they missed on some serves these last couple of sets, but they haven't made many mistakes other than that, Andy.
I agree wholeheartedly. They're playing clean. Naraki finds the floor.
Makes it 15-6. Kelsenberg. The back line, Larson got it, gets it back from Anya Schmidt, and too strong. (15-7). Anya Schmidt, back set.
Great block.
They get the block on Regan Schmidt and another point. Sofsky getting up for that one. (15-8). Kelsenberg too much. 16-8 here in the 4th set.
Let's go, slide up, Wayzata!
Regan Schmidt put it in play. Good serve from the freshman. Oh, at the net, and Wayzata couldn't get it across. 17-8. Toward the net, to the middle now. Kelsenberg floated across. Anya Schmidt, cross court, missed.
Good extended rally there from the Trojans, leading to the air. See if Wineland can put a run together here. Oh.
And down the line, but missing on that attack was Claire Larson. So often first contact is important, right? You don't get that pass, that good serve receive, it's all of a sudden chaos.
Yeah, you're fighting from behind the 8 ball at that point. Another good serve, handled really well this time.
Harapat able to get it into the front row and tapped over by Murray.
Murray finds the opening. Larson's going to serve here. Who's coming back in? Ooh. Scherber? Yeah.
Larson serves her team up 8 here in the 4th set. Back set across. Good dig on the Rogers side. Anya Schmidt got blocked. Point for Wayzata. What are we going to have here?
There's some miscommunication there. We got a line judge double checking. I believe that ball landed on Wayzata's side. Let's see if. Take a look here. Hit across. Extend the rally here. Schmidt comes through here. It's a tough angle to see there. I think that ball did end up on Wayzata's side. This should be a point to Rogers, and it is.
$19-10. Throw just a touch long. Good try by Larson to get that one to the back line, but just missed a few inches long. Milwaukee's serving, and she missed. And it's 20-11. Rogers within 5.
Tight pass. Kurth in rhythm. Oh!
Not the good set from Milwaukee, but Kurth missed wide.
Let's go, side out, Wayzata!
This would be Wayzata's first loss since October of 2022. This holds. 21-11. We go to Eva Swenson. Scherber. They got a lot of girls that can hit. I mean, Schmidt obviously is the one you're going to go to, but they've got a lot of girls that can really attack here.
And we can go watch this one back. We haven't seen a whole lot of off speed. They just swing as hard as they can almost every time.
Ace serve. And this serving's been very strong tonight. Murray this time with the ace. Rogers 2 points away from closing it out. Murray serve. Back to Osowski and able to drop it over. Larson dove for that ball, but Rogers unable to get it across.
Osowski with a great heads-up play there. That ball really tight. I was worried she was going to end up under the net. Great body control.
And she'll serve here. Middle and blocked by Wayzata off the attack from Dawson. Wineland set it up to Eva Swenson. Pushed across by Scherber. Anya Schmidt trying to get line and does.
Just as we talk about a limited off speed, there we see one from Anya Schmidt. such a talented player. This Rogers student section traveled well into the cities, and match point here for Schmidt.
Sowski got it across. Anya Schmidt over to Scherber. Cross to Kelsenberg into the net. There we go. Rogers comes back after losing the first set, and they take the next three. The last two pretty convincingly, Andy. 25-15 and then 25-12 here in set 4. And a great win for them to start the season over the four-time defending state champions.
Yeah, really nice job for Bo Schmidt's squad as they start the season with a win in 4. He's pretty excited. Team's pretty jacked. Wayzata, a lot of season in front of him. In talking with Scott Jackson at the beginning of the day, he said that this might not be the best we see of this team, but he's got the pieces, and we saw it tonight at different spells. They've got the pieces. They're going to be good. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with by the end of the season, but they're replacing a lot and trying to find an identity this early in the season.
But a great win for Rogers, right, to start the season. Despite it being August, you're going to remember this one. You're going to build off it, right, as you go into the meat of the season.
Absolutely. They become the team to beat now. There's going to be some opportunities in front of them to play some other really talented teams. The conference they're in is no joke. They'll get some good teams there. Should be a lot of good volleyball ahead of us.
Well, this was the start of our fall season here on CCX. A lot more television coming your way this fall, starting next week. Girls soccer, Heritage Christian Academy and Breck, two really good teams in Class A girls soccer. Our football opener next Thursday night rivals Maple Grove and Osseo. We kick it off Thursday at 7 p.m. Next Friday, afternoon football, Cooper at Park Center, Friday before Labor Day, and then back into soccer, SPA and Breck boys on Tuesday, September 3rd. All coming up in the next 2 weeks here. Andy, great to see you. Great to get another season underway. And
let's get rolling here.
We got a lot more ahead of us. Thank you at home for watching tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. And it was a fun way to start 2024. 2 top 10 teams. And it's Rogers knocking off the defending state champions. The Royals win it over Wayzata. Rogers 3-1. Good night from Wayzata High School.